Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Film As We Know It podcast, a show that's run by and for cinema fans. I'm your host, Zach Hamelton, and with me, as always, is Tim Callaghan. Tim, what have you been up to since our last episode?
Technical difficulties. I've been up to technical difficulties.
You haven't been. I have been. Although we did experience some of them together.
Yeah. I've been talking off a ledge on technical difficulties, basically.
It's been rough. Yeah. Well, essentially what happened was we were trying to be overzealous because we've got some vacations coming up.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we want to make sure that people can, still get their weekly content. Let's record 2 episodes in a day. And we're like, not a problem. We've got this on lock. We've done this many, many times. And then the service that we use to record our video and audio when we're in the studio failed miserably.
Yep.
Didn't fail the first time, failed the second time consistently. And I'm not going to name names because I'm not that kind of guy. I don't want to, I'm sure that they'll figure it out eventually, but we're not using it this time. But yeah, so the first one was okay, but then there was a weird audio drift where like my voice was echoing on your mic like 3 seconds after I talked, but your audio was still in sync. So it was really weird. Again, as I mentioned in our update, if you follow us on our socials, #FilmsWeKnowItPod, it's not an unsalvageable episode. It's going to take a lot of work to fix it so that it doesn't sound bad because there's a lot of really crazy echo going on.
Bonus content.
Yeah. So it was a bonus episode anyway. I mean, we had 5 episodes last month, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But anyways, here we are now. Me burping into the microphone, you listening ever so intently.
Yeah, I guess in the long and short of it too, if you're, hopefully we'll have a bonus episode one day where you get to hear all this opinions specifically. But the long and short of it is, I liked it. Zach, not as much.
Oh, we're talking about 3,000 Years of Longing.
Yeah, that was the episode that people missed out on.
The too long didn't read was I didn't like it, I fell asleep, and Tim liked it.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much That's
the gist of it.
Boom, we're busting out reviews, super simple. Bam, I didn't like it, I fell asleep, and he liked it. Yeah. Figure out if you want to see it.
Yeah. And one day you'll hear specifics.
You'll hear them eventually. But eventually. I will say, just to kind of end on a positive note, I would still recommend seeing it in theaters because visually, those are not the flaws that I have with the movie. Oh, yeah. Visually, it's very stunning. It's a really cool movie to see in theaters on a big screen for sure. Yeah. So, George Miller. I mean, visually is never going to disappoint. Let's be real here. But yeah, so let's talk. Let's kind of kick off the show with a topic, I guess, as we normally do. What is the first movie that you remember giving you nightmares? You had to think back on it.
Yeah, this is difficult because I don't really remember my dreams or nightmares like ever.
Even as a kid?
Yeah, I mean, I would think about them and I woke up and then I would forget them regardless. I mean, some people said keep a dream journal, but it just seemed too much. So I just never really remembered my dreams. But there are a few movies that definitely like scared me that changed my habits and such like that.
Change your habits? What do you mean by that? I always check the backseat of my car now.
Yeah,
kind of
like that. You should
do that, by the way. In
Probably
fairness,
should.
You should definitely do that.
Yeah. Definitely, I know, like, oddly enough, I'll probably always take a look at the banister on the stairs because of Beetlejuice. And that scene with the banister becomes a snake.
The snake, yeah.
Freaked me out as a kid. I would say Jaws definitely messed me up of going in the water for a little bit. And then the biggest one is probably Psycho because I still don't do well with shower curtains.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
So if I have a shower curtain, it has to be clear. Like I got to be able to see through it. And if I can't, then it's just not happening. And
privacy be damned. I need to know I'm not going to get stabbed while taking a shower.
Well, when I was a kid, I had like a clear shower door. So I didn't have a problem with this, but I went to visit my grandfather who had a shower curtain. And
how'd that go?
Well, I left it open while I showered. And
that's so dangerous.
Yeah, I got water all over the floor. My grandfather was like, I don't know, probably like 70 or something years old at this point, I guess, and came in. And luckily he was strong enough to catch himself from not cracking his head open. But yeah, my parents were not thrilled with me on that.
Well, you almost killed, one of their parents. Whose dad was it?
It was my mom's dad. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
too soon, Tim. Too soon. 70s is not the time to go.
No, I know. Don't worry. He lived a lot longer. Good life. Okay. It was all good. But
the question, I guess, not to be morbid, is did he go by the way of the shower, or was it more peaceful than that?
Peaceful. Yeah. No, it was good. Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I still don't
what
do
irony
well with
that
shower
would be
curtains.
is down the road, Tim went to visit his grandpa again, and still had that shower curtain, still had to leave it open. Jesus.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure there's got to be other people out there that you've changed some habits, like looking in the back seat or something,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think that's just horror stories that I've heard, but that is a common trope in scary movies, thrillers, that you get in the car and then a shadow just pops up behind you in the rearview mirror. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think for me, if I had to guess, it was definitely one that made me a little bit questionable in the shower because of the whole shower scene in the movie. And I saw that very, very young, way too young. And that made me not like clowns too. So talking about changing habits, I've never liked clowns. I don't think that I liked them per se initially. I certainly didn't like them after the movie though. And as I've grown older, I don't think it's necessarily the it factor that scares me. It's more just like I don't like permanent emotion on someone's face, that you could be frowning but still have a smile painted on your face is a weird look to me.
Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy, other reasons that are more realistic and terrifying. I just don't like clowns, man.
That's fair. I'm not a big clown guy.
Or they're way too sad. They're too focused on one emotion.
It's just too much.
It's a lot. They got the big shoes. They're squeaking around. Although I got to tell you, man,
even the clowns in Dumbo were mean. I'm just saying. Do you remember Dumbo?
Yeah.
Those clowns were mean.
Yeah. Well, you got rodeo clowns too.
There's not really nice clowns, man. We got exposed to a lot of bad clowns growing up.
It's true. The other thing too is I wonder, like, I can't remember in it, but I just think it'd be so funny if you were in a horror movie, say like in the vein of Scream, and he's in the house and he's chasing Drew Barrymore, but it's a clown and you just hear that she's like squeak, 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 squeak. I just feel like it's gonna kill the vibe a little bit,
Yeah,
I don't know that would be scary. Or like she's hiding in the closet, you hear like squeak, squeak.
Scary Movie. I'm sure there's a scene like that in Scary Movie. I don't even remember. It's been so long since I saw those movies.
You just hear like him honking in the background, like trying to suss her out, like in the background. Oh my god, gotta love it. Yeah, it is not nearly as funny though. It's a lot more terrifying,
for sure.
But cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna mute my phone because I just had a notification go off. Gotta love it. Muted.
Way to go.
Cool. Well, should we get this show on the road?
Yeah, man. Let's do it. So, we have a trial by contact. So it is time to play. And this segment, we are going to do a movie trivia game. But since Zach and I might be fairly good at this, we're going to leave it up to our contacts on our phone to be doing the answering to the questions. So we have to...
What's the name of the segment?
Trial by Context. Did I not say that? Whoops.
Oh, maybe you did. Maybe I just totally jacked up your reading.
It's all right. It's okay.
We're reading copy. We try to be professional here. And then I like to throw in the wrench because I wasn't paying attention because I'm looking at a makeshift eye line right now, more behind the scenes, so that it still looks like we're in the same room despite clearly not being in the same room.
Yeah, we change it up. And I sound really fake when I read copy, so I try to change it, and it probably is messing things up. So
I feel like Kevin Smith, where I'm just telling you to read the words that I wrote. Read the script. Kidding, you're fine. Do you? What are we playing? Let's get back.
Okay, so trial by contacts. So we are going to be randomly calling people from our contacts in our phones, seeing if they can answer some trivia. Hopefully they're going to be okay with being on the podcast. Each of us are going to get 2 questions. First to get 2 questions correct, I guess, wins. But we usually do have a tiebreaker that we'll call one more person type of deal. Okay, so usually we do either punishments or you get some kind of reward, popcorn bag of reward. Not
necessarily a popcorn bag as a reward.
That's just kind of the wording you use. I don't remember.
Popcorn bag of victory, okay?
There we go.
You got to add some excitement there. The popcorn bag that still does not exist of victory.
Right. And lastly, you chose punishment.
Yeah, we both chose punishment.
Yeah, and then I chose punishment.
Oh shoot, we gotta get those out of the way, don't we?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
You might have to go first because I actually have to like find where I put that.
Okay.
I think I might have found it in the bonus episode.
My phone's like, don't worry, bro, I got you.
Yeah. Okay.
What I will say though, the other thing that you win outside of just a prize and or a punishment, which we're about to deal out right now, and these will get posted later today, we're recording on Sunday, September 4th. Is well, I guess that's the question. Do we release the punishment the same day as the episode?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Let's do that. So you're gonna hear it now. We're recording it, so you're hearing it the day that we're gonna post it. So we're gonna post it today.
Okay.
In the vein of when this episode airs.
Okay.
Which is the following Wednesday. So, but the other thing that they win outside of a prize or a punishment is they get first choice in our top 8 draft. Which is very important because we've had issues in the past where people keep stealing each other's Tim as selections.
Well,
and so a way around
that's why we changed it to a draft format.
And it's a good thing. So your backstabbing was for a good reason. It led us here. So I have my punishment.
Yeah.
So I went subtle. Because the thing is, I could write like a really long review, but I'm like, we're going to try to post this on Facebook and Twitter. These are the go-tos. So a lot of people, unless we're friends of people, myself or Tim on Facebook, you won't see that one, but you will see it on Twitter. Instagram's not really a written form. So there's really, outside of like writing it on a post or something, it's not the same. So I kept Twitter in mind. I wanted to make sure I got all the juicy deets within that Twitter limitation. And I think you're not going to like it, but we're going to go for it. Here we go.
I have a feeling, yeah.
After recently rewatching the DCEU movies, including Snyder's Justice League, I've come to like Jared Leto's Joker. In fact, I'd say he plays the role better than Joaquin Phoenix or Nicholson. Hashtag hot take. Hashtag best Joker. Hashtag Batman. Hashtag Joker. You do have to include the hashtags. And the goal of these punishments is that he can defend it here on the show for sure. And that's all the more reason to listen to the show, because when you see random posts from myself or Tim and you're like, seems a little sus, well, listen to the latest episode. You might see why. But on Twitter or Facebook, you don't have to necessarily say anything. You can maybe post emojis
to the podcast.
Or you can say, listen to the podcast. But you cannot outright be like, I didn't write this. This is not my words. And I tried to be really like, how would Tim write this? Yeah. And I feel like it's pretty close. And I didn't go too hard. I didn't say like he's better than Heath Ledger, because let's not get crazy here. But Nicholson and Joaquin Phoenix, I mean, let's be real. Jared Leto's not anywhere near any good Joker.
I'm not the biggest fan of the movie Joker to begin with, by the way. But
would you say it's better than Jared Leto's Joker?
Yes, without a doubt, because I have a strong...
Which you don't even classify the movie Joker as a Joker.
I dislike
this guy who's not even like a Joker is better than someone who's literally like
I strongly dislike Jared Leto's acting abilities. I'm sure he's a swell guy. I'm not a big fan.
He does have a cult, so there's that.
Yeah, I don't like his music. I don't like his acting. Every single time.
I don't like his face. I don't like the way he smiles.
He's just, no matter what movie he's in, he makes a choice that just completely sucks me out of the movie. You still have to
watch Lord of War. I do feel like it will change you, at least on that movie. I think he's good in that one.
The only movie I think I like with him in it is Fight Club, and he might have like 2 lines in it. And he gets like completely just pummeled in the face. Is it because maybe you don't like his face? Because maybe most of the movie, his face is deformed. He wanted to destroy something beautiful, and that was a great moment. It's like I lived vicariously through that moment.
Then he ended up looking like that guy from the Goonies for the rest of the movie.
But yeah, no, he's an awful Joker. It's really bad. Not a fan. So yeah, that's torture. So thank you.
What's your punishment?
All right. So my punishment, I tried to, my strategy here, and I went really short and simple, but my goal was to annoy a fan base. So the goal is for them to come at you. So I guess kind of where my punishment went. So here it is. The last Airbender movie is better than any of the Avatar shows. Come at me.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good.
It's a fan
At least you didn't have
base.
any hashtags, so maybe it'll just go off into to the
It's a
ether.
good point. Should I do some adjusting?
I don't know. Well, I'll allow you to do adjustments. I did hashtags. It's only fair.
Maybe.
But does Tim know the algorithm properly to get the right hashtags? I don't know.
It's a good point. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask my brother to help me out. He's a bigger Twitter fan, and apparently he thinks you're always coming at him, so he'll be glad to help.
Yeah, I feel bad. I do want to clear the air. Patrick is a swell guy. He's just really entertaining, and like I over exaggerate a little bit. We're on a show.
Yeah.
You know, it's not to compare ourselves, of course, but it's the Howard Stern effect. When you talk about your personal life constantly, people are going to get frustrated. And sometimes you over exaggerate because it makes it more entertaining. So no, I don't think that Patrick has it out for me. Well, he might now. I don't know. We did have a conversation the other day. He was very frustrated, but no, he wasn't very frustrated. He was. I felt bad, if anything. He's a great guy. I follow him on Twitter. Everyone should follow him on Twitter. He posts a lot of really fun stuff. He does a lot of these games that I end up freaking going down the rabbit hole on. And he also has some very hot takes. Hashtag hot takes.
For sure.
But yeah, no. And he lets me routinely crash your guys' movie night. So of course he's a great guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not a problem. Let's just immediately.
Though he did withhold a 5-hour energy, not knowingly. But man, I probably could have used it on 3,000 years. You guys both doubled down on caffeine. And maybe that's why you guys are okay. The problem too is it's not necessarily the movie. When we do these movies, sometimes they're opening night usually and they're late. It's like 9:50 at night is when the movie's starting. It's like,
well, I do that on purpose because, I got family with kids. And so like my wife's like, how dare you go off and have your fun and leave me here with these rotten children. Love these children. Can I just say
that my significant other, our little one's sick right now.
Yeah.
Which definitely threw a wrench into our plans this weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. So clearly we had some plans.
It should have been go see Jaws and like it should have been known, right? Because the kids, it's their first week back at school. So it's a germ-filled place. So of course someone's going to get sick immediately.
What I will say, hopefully this doesn't strike our podcast, is it's not COVID. So that's
good. That's good.
But no, so he's just got a cold. But of course, I'm not going to take him out to a movie when he's got a fever.
Yeah.
So we're going to see Jaws in the IMAX, which I missed out on. I'm very bummed about this.
It was good.
And then we had a concert today. We're going to go see Interpol. And, that got derailed too. But what I'm getting at, though, from your wife to my significant other is that she goes, just go with Jeremy. Go with Jeremy. Just go without me. And I'll take care of the little one. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah, it's fine. Go to a concert. Go have fun.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right. If that's when you got to keep her. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Meg she also doesn't really like the band that much. So it's kind of a win-win for her.
I like the band. But yeah, my wife is fine with me going. She's just like, at least go later so I can help put the kids to bed.
Fair enough.
And then go to a movie with her or whoever. And then
plus fine. You got 2 kids.
Yeah.
It
could get a little crazy.
Interpol's the band. Not to withhold that, but
yeah.
All right, cool. Punishments are done.
Yeah.
So those will get posted today.
Can I just say one more thing? Because we did bring up Jaws in IMAX.
Yes.
And it's so good. Jaws.
Why are you doing this? This doesn't help me.
My favorite. It's my favorite movie of all time. Okay. And I've seen it in theaters before. Throwback cinema is cool. And I usually watch it at least by around 4th of July every year. I pull out Jaws. Phenomenal movie for so many reasons. But anyway, I did not watch it this 4th of July because I knew it was coming out on IMAX. So I loved it so much. But there's one scene in particular, right? When Quint bites it, that scene in IMAX is phenomenal. Because it takes up the whole first person shot of him going into the mouth, takes up the whole screen. It's horrifying. It's so good. I'm sorry to rub that in, but I just had to say it. Sorry.
There's a really great Funko Pop figure. It's very hard to find.
Oh, really?
It's like, I think over $200 now.
Wow.
There's an extra large Funko Pop. It's roughly about this big.
Oh, yeah.
And it is literally Jaws eating Quint. So half his body is inside the shark and there's blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Very Funko stylistic though. So it looks cute. And I feel like you owe me that figure now. So I'm just letting you know. I'll send you where you can find it, and you can buy it for me.
Sure. The problem is I might lose it.
Oh, yeah. I think one of the first gifts I got you, just some behind the scenes of our friendship, was literally a behind the scenes like coffee table book of Jaws.
Yes, sir. And it's out on display.
Way back. This is kind of interesting. That was like a gift to start our podcast. That was kind of like we're starting a podcast and here's a gift, kind of like, exciting, kind of like, thing. And then it got derailed. And then now we're finally releasing it. Yeah. We should get back on topic. We're playing Trial by Contacts in case you forgot, because we went off the rails for like 5-10 minutes.
Oh, it's always fun to go off the rails though.
It is. You get all the juicy little details that way, like awesome Jaws experience that you had that I didn't, that I'm clearly very jealous of, but it's fine. It's all good. I'll dream of it tonight. This will be my nightmares.
There you go.
We'll circle it.
There you go.
So yeah, Trial by Contacts. Let's cue the intro.
Let the Trial by Contacts begin.
All right, cool. Well, that's a hell of an intro. I'm still getting used to it. We sometimes forget to put it in. I get so into the weeds and editing. I'm like, oh, I forgot we have a bumper for this. Anyways, but we'll see if I remember this time.
Yeah.
I'm just talking to myself. Maybe me talking about it will remind my editor version of me in the future to put it in. Cool. Well, it is time to get the questions going. Tim, I'm going to give you the honors of going first.
Okay. I guess I got to randomly scroll here for the question, right?
Si, senor.
Ooh.
And then we got to pick people. I need to make sure that I call the right people.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know this one.
I've had some fan requests to be featured.
Man. I feel like, okay, so this one is a good one. So the question is, which professional athlete was considered for the lead in Terminator?
Ooh, don't tell me.
Okay, because I'm kind of shocked. Like, I didn't know this was a thing.
What are the options, I guess?
So the multiple choice here. So Dan Marino, A, B, Mike Tyson, C, O.J. Simpson, and D, Wayne Gretzky. I think it's easy with the multiple choice, in my opinion, only because timeline-wise, if you're remembering when the first Terminator comes out, it should be kind of obvious, I think. But
when did the O.J. Simpson shit happen? Wasn't that late 80s or early 90s?
That's 90s. Yeah.
So technically, he's still on board.
Oh, yeah.
Because the first Terminator movie came out, what, late 80s?
And you also got to think, too, who's acting.
O.J. And Dan Marino, though. He was in Pet Detective.
That's not till 90s, though.
Oh, that's true. Dang.
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to give it away. We're gonna let.
You kind of already did, but it doesn't matter.
I didn't. It could be Mike Tyson. I mean, that guy's a Terminator in real life. Although now he's such a
the only thing I knew was
eating mushrooms and getting high all the time.
I thought originally he wanted it to be more like Kyle Reese's body build to be the original Terminator, and it was Arnold that had to convince him to be the Terminator, because he liked the idea of this more under the radar looking normal dude being overpowering, and that's why that came up in T2.
With Robert Patrick's character as the
exactly cop. So that's what I knew trivia
so
wise.
Terrifying. Talk about great villains.
Yeah, for sure. Another person that knows how to run really, really well.
Right?
Yeah.
We love Tom
And another
Cruise.
more interesting
make a Tom
trivia
Cruise podcast.
He had to learn how to shoot a gun without blinking.
That's really hard to do, because even when you fire blanks, it still is allowed. It's that flash, and the sound will almost indefinitely get actors to blink.
He learned it, apparently, though.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway.
Cool. All right. So you got to call somebody.
I got to call somebody.
And you got to ask them the question. I think myself and the audience probably knows the answer now, but,
I know. I'm kind of thrown because now I'm trying to remember who I called last time in the failed episode.
Hey now.
Sorry. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see if she picks up.
Is it by the phone? I don't hear it.
Hello.
Hi, Savannah.
What's up?
Would you like to be on a podcast?
Yeah, I'm down.
Awesome. So I got a trivia question here for you.
Okay.
Okay. Which professional athlete was considered for the role in Terminator, for the lead role in Terminator?
Oh my God. Wait.
I'll give you multiple choice. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
Okay, yeah. You're good. Okay. Okay. So here it is. A, Dan Marino. B, Mike Tyson. C, O.J. Simpson. Or D, Wayne Gretzky.
Oh my God.
It's clearly Wayne Gretzky. The great one.
No pressure.
There is a timer, and it's fastly running out.
Oh, wait, was this like in general or like any of the Terminators?
The first one. The first movie.
one.
Yep. In the Terminator. Yep.
Okay.
Good question.
Do not give her hints. Don't guide her into this answer.
Okay, professional athlete.
Yep. So A, Dan Marino, B, Mike Tyson, C, O.J. Simpson, or D, Wayne Gretzky.
Oh my God. How about maybe O.J. Simpson?
Correct.
Oh my God. I thought that was a little wild. So I was like, what was he in jail? Like,
That's literally what we both
I
said.
couldn't remember what the timeline of
Yeah.
the jail, but they offered it to him then.
Exactly. Well, good thing that you're asking, because Terminator, older, early 80s movie, and yeah, the whole jail stuff, and that comes later in the 90s. So you're good.
Oh my gosh.
But
okay, good.
boy, does it
Yes.
Yay!
Very proud of you. Thank you, Savannah.
Oh my gosh, I've been waiting to get on this. I keep missing your call or I'm out partying.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're a busy lady. I think you were at some kind of like fancy swindig last time. You were like looking at designer clothing or something last time in like some show.
Probably.
Dang, look at that highlight.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been recording? Like today, so far?
Today, so far, I don't know. We
30-minute
probably got
mark.
around. I don't know. We probably started calling each other around close to 11. So, yeah, we've been like an hour or so.
Good, so much fun. Yeah, last night I went to I was at the rooftop cinema club, and they were playing the 1978
Halloween. Yeah.
It was so much fun. It was super cool. Also, I never realized, I don't know why I just noticed it in this one, that they show his face. Like, I thought that they never showed his face before. In any of the other ones, I don't know, I just didn't realize it until I was watching last night. I was like, oh my God, like, they pulled his mask off for like a second. Yeah, I saw his face.
It's actually surprising. There's a lot of times where you don't get like a full on lit view of his face, but there are plenty of times where his mask does like
Real talk,
off.
because I just realized who you're talking to. What's your Halloween costume for this year?
Savannah, what's your Halloween costume this year? Because you had a whole Scream thing last year.
We'll post a photo.
It was so fun. I haven't decided yet. I'm still trying to, like, I don't know. It was so fun too to like do like the different TikToks and all the like the fun pictures that came with doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm still trying to decide.
You'll have to let us know.
We'll have to follow up with you in October.
You'll have to let us know. We might have to share your last TikTok on your last year costume because it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, we'll post it on the podcast.
I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
Sure. I'll get you guys posted.
No, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel.
All right. Well, thank you. Helping me towards victory.
Okay, sounds good.
All
Talk
right.
to you later.
All right. Bye. All right.
All right.
Off to a good start.
Yeah, it was like, Savannah, why does it sound familiar? Then I realized it's sister-in-law.
It's my first family call.
It is your first family call. I've had family calls. They have not gone well. They either were in a failed episode of the podcast due to technical difficulties, or they didn't want to be on the show. So, which really, let me tell you, I have to prepare myself because sometimes when we ask the question, do you want to be on the podcast? There may be a no. But boy, does it kill the vibe, though. Because then
it's the problem with cold calling people. Like our guest got to like preemptively make sure he's got people to call.
I got way too overly confident because I was like, I called a realtor and he answered and he was down. So clearly my own family would be down, right? No, not always the case.
Not at all.
All right, it is my turn. You got that right. Congratulations. It did not sound like you were going to, but boy, did she pull it out at the end.
She pulled it out, yes.
In the ring, how long do people have to live after watching a cursed videotape? Is it A, 3 days, B, 7 days, C, 5 days, or D, 1 day?
So, quick thing. I saw that movie in the theater, and it's the only movie I've ever audibly cackled in an inappropriate part.
Oh.
And everybody was looking at me. So, it was the part on the boat and the horse jumps off the boat. And I just thought it was so funny for whatever disturbing reason. And nice. I let out a really big laugh and everybody's looking at me like, who brought you?
I think that happened. I saw Sinister in theaters. And it was one of my first movie screenings where I was at one of those places you could dine and also drink alcohol.
Oh yeah.
And I was 3 beers in because I walked there because it was downtown.
Yeah.
And I was laughing at all the scary parts, and I definitely ruined that movie for everybody in there. And I probably owe some people some money. I feel bad, but yeah, it was a really fun experience. Watching it now sober, it's not a great movie. It's kind of scary, but yeah. All right, I got to call someone.
All right, man.
Here we go.
Or not good luck. Bad luck.
Yeah. Well, you wish me all the good luck. Yeah, I like it.
Hello.
Hey, Emily. It's Zach.
What's up?
I'm on a podcast, and I need someone to answer some movie trivia question. Are you down?
I'm down. I hope I know the movie.
I hope so too. I love the commitment. Clearly, chaos is around you, but you're I got this.
Sorry.
I got this. It's all good. In the ring, how long do people have to live after watching a cursed videotape? I do have multiple choice if you need it.
7 days.
Oh man, I called the right person. You are the best. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for lending me Jeremy tonight.
Oh, no problem. Have fun.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. There you go. And the full circle, because I'm going out with her husband tonight to that concert.
Slow hands.
So, yeah, I know. We can't play the music because YouTube will destroy us.
That's true.
Podcasts are somewhat more lenient, but YouTube is not. So if you were paying attention, I got that right.
Yeah, I did.
So thank you for wishing me good luck, because clearly she didn't even need the multiple choice.
I should have done the opposite.
She's got it in the bag. What is your last question?
Hold on, I'm getting ads right now, which is weird.
That happened to me last time.
Huh.
Oh man,
this is a good one.
I just scrolled to my next one. We'll see.
All right. Which isn't a core rule for handling a mogwai in Gremlins? Man.
What are the multiple choice?
All right. A, do not feed it after midnight. B, do not expose it to bright lights. C, do not let it get wet. Or D, do not let it get cold.
Oh, I think I know that answer.
Yeah, I think so too. But this
have you played that while you're calling someone? Go ahead and call your person.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
I've been playing Xbox a lot more. We hooked up the Series X downstairs now too. So now we've got one upstairs in the office and one downstairs so Jack and I can play games again. Mm-hmm. And I was playing this game called Multiverses. And it's all of Warner Brothers characters. So Shaggy's in it, Wonder Woman's in it. It's a total Super Mario ripoff.
Gotcha.
But one of the Gremlins is in there as well, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh.
And they have Steven Universe and all that fun stuff. I'm so sick of Teen Titans, by the way, speaking of kid shows.
Yeah.
I've seen every season at least 4 times over. Little man's obsessed. It's a good show.
Movie trivia facts, this is Ralph speaking.
Hey, Ralph.
How's it going?
It's going all right. So the last time we recorded, it got messed up. So I'm allowed to call you again, but I got a different trivia question for you if that's okay.
And he better get it right.
Sure.
Okay. Which isn't a core rule for handling a mogwai in Gremlins? A, do not feed it after midnight. B, do not expose it to bright lights. C, do not let it get wet. or D, do not let it get cold?
Which one isn't?
So which one isn't a core rule?
Do not expose the bright light.
Oh, darn.
I've never seen Gremlins.
Oh, man, dude, you gotta watch Gremlins. It's classic.
So good.
Well, apparently.
They kill an old lady
Oh my god.
in a wheel in a one of those
It's a good
staircase
time.
wheelchairs.
What an asshole. I call you and I ask you for a tough trivia question, and here I am.
I know, it's all good. It's do not let it get cold, by the way. Do not let it get cold was the answer. It's all good, man.
It doesn't.
He's
make
got some
sense
homework
me
to do.
Out of context, I'll have to see the movie.
Exactly. Your punishment is to watch Gremlins, which is not really a punishment because it's good.
Well, who directed Gremlins?
Oh, this is driving me nuts. I don't remember off the top of my head. But you should check
what?
it out. Who directed Gremlins?
Spielberg.
Did Spielberg direct Gremlins?
Dude, I'm almost 100% positive.
No, I don't think Spielberg. I think he might have
Bro, I'm
produced
telling you right now,
Okay.
he's either producer or he directed it.
He might have been a producer. I don't know about directed it.
Let me see. Gremlins was directed
Seems like
by.
it's got the right bona fides, so.
Okay, it wasn't. He didn't direct it. Dang.
I knew he didn't direct it. Thank you.
Joe Dante.
Joe Dante. There you
yeah.
go. Boom. You should check it out.
Classic.
And he was a producer. He was executive producer. So I wasn't
Yeah.
too far off.
Yeah. So check it out and let me know because it's good. Even the second one is fun. It's bad, but it's fun.
Fun and a good one.
Great.
Yeah.
Is that it, or do you
Yeah,
want to chat
That's
some more?
it.
That's it. Sorry.
We'd have
Thank
more
you.
time for you if
I
you won, but
appreciate
you
it.
didn't. So
Good Sunday. See ya.
Bye.
we only give time for people
man.
who win.
He was so excited too. Like
I know he's like movie trivia facts, and then he didn't have the facts. In
no,
fact,
I know, and he did so well last time in the failed episode.
yeah,
Oh well. All
he
right.
was overly confident as well.
Bad luck to you, sir.
Yep. Oh, okay. Thank you. So my last question, which I
Maybe.
just got to get him to get it right, and boom, we're good. No tiebreaker,
Okay.
no nothing.
Yeah.
What is the name of Jeff Goldblum's character in Jurassic Park? Now, the question's going to be, do we do multiple choice on this?
I don't think it's needed, but
We'll see how the call goes.
okay. Fair enough.
All right. I am calling my significant other, so she better answer her phone. She's literally downstairs
Okay.
playing Squid Game on Fortnite.
Yeah.
Hello.
Luca
Hello.
can't answer.
You sound more excited when I call you. Like, I love you.
Oh, hi, babe.
That's better.
I'm
I like
so
it.
happy to hear from you.
Okay, easy. Oh, we're on a podcast, so careful. I feel like this could go somewhere bad. Anyways. Are you down to answer a movie? Are you?
Can I talk naughty?
No, you cannot. Are you down to answer a movie trivia question? My God.
Oh.
Sure. Why not?
Okay, thank you. Sweet Jesus. What is the name of Jeff Goldblum's character in Jurassic Park?
Is it Ian?
Well, we're gonna need a last name. Do you want me to give you some multiple choice?
Yes. I know his first name.
All right. So we've got A is Dr. Ian Malcolm. B.
Malcolm.
Oh well, yeah. Okay. I guess that kind of wasn't fair. I don't know. Well, because there was Michael Ian too. Michael Ian was also one of the multiple choice.
I figured that was
She already got the
last name.
first
I
name.
just didn't want to throw it out there that I was wrong. I feel so
Do I get an
dumb.
asterisk on this? Is this an asterisk? All right, I'm gonna have to ask you another question. I'm getting some heat here.
Oh God.
All right, sorry. You're
Sorry, Tim.
it's rough. It's rough. There you go.
Ah.
Oh man. All right, I gotta figure out a movie here. All right, here we go. Which romantic movie does not feature Ryan Reynolds? And it does not feature, okay? A is The Proposal, B is Definitely Maybe, C is Just Friends, or D, He's Just Not That Into You.
He's just not that into you.
There you go, no asterisks. Thank you. You are awesome.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds is hot, so.
He is. Also, watch Welcome to Wrexham for the listeners. It's an amazing show. All right, cool. Thank you. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye. Bye. Good God, that almost got inappropriate.
Suspect.
How is that suspect? I noticed that you were giving me
Leading
the
the
face. You were like asterisk face
Yes.
when I gave the multiple choice, and I realized at the second I said Ian Malcolm.
Yep.
So I doubled down and I asked her a totally different question.
I know.
No asterisk there, my guy.
I know.
And she got it right.
Mm-hmm.
I win.
Okay.
And you keep it up, I'm going to choose a punishment. Okay.
Okay.
Oh man, I got to pick a prize or a punishment.
Yeah. Now I'm curious, in the failed episode, the long lost, unrecoverable failed episode, I did win. Just putting that out there to everybody else.
That's not my fault.
So we're technically tied right now. Just saying.
All right, you know what? How about this? As a form of me being nice to you, okay, and being such a kind-hearted man that I am.
Right, because I already won an episode and already chose the kind-hearted reward instead of punishment.
Okay,
just saying this.
All right. Enough of the sainthood, okay? Good Lord, all right?
All right.
What I will say is I will only take the first selection in the draft. No prize, no punishment, but I get first selection in the draft.
Okay.
All right? Fair? Okay. Cool. Plus, we're already dealing out punishments today anyways. So it's like to double down. I got another one.
Fair enough.
So you said you like Jaws. Not today. Not today.
Again,
the IMAX was terrible. Let me tell you why.
No one will believe that, though.
Yeah.
Especially because I already went on Twitter and was like, amazing.
Well, before we get to our top 8, it's time for movie of the month.
Yeah.
So I do want to point out real quick that we will be releasing our in-depth review for our movie of the month at the end of this month. So what's going to happen is we're going to have our Trial by Context episode that's airing today. Next week, we will have our Tales from the Set. And then the following week, we're going to have a week off. And then that last week, we will be back with our in-depth review of our movie of the month. So 3 episodes this month. We had a vacation come up. We tried, as you heard at the top of the show, to bank some episodes, but it was a little bit challenging with their schedule. And then obviously with the technical difficulties, it kind of messed things up for that. So there will be an off week this week. It will be the 3rd week of the month. We will not have an episode. So next week, Tales from the Set, followed by off week, followed by movie of the month. Our movie of the month, let's get to that, is going to be Don't Worry, Darling, directed by Olivia Wilde. The film follows a 1950s housewife living with her husband in a utopian experimental community who begins to worry that his glamorous company may be hiding disturbing secrets. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah.
The reason that this is the end of the month is because all of our awesome, all the awesome movies that came out were towards the end of the month.
Yeah.
So that was the real reason why we kind of pushed it.
Almost
so that
everything.
Yeah.
With few exceptions, yeah.
So,
and, it's one of the few movies that Warner Brothers is actually releasing.
Yeah. There has been an onslaught of canceled projects lately, for sure. But they look to be finding new homes. I'm really excited for the Batman Caped Crusader, currently being looked at by Hulu, Netflix, as well as Apple TV is looking. So maybe those projects will find new homes.
Hopefully.
At least with stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, those are really deeply rooted in Warner Brothers category, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm really excited for this movie. I remember seeing the first trailer. I think there's a second trailer out now. I try not to watch second trailers.
Yeah.
Because those are the ones that usually have way too much spoilers in them.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the first one was enough to be like, oh, okay, this has definitely gotten a little bit weird.
Yeah. And
so,
Olivia
not
Wilde
without
is
controversy. It's a controversial film, I feel like, a little bit with the concept. It's going to be very interesting for sure. But then also with Shia LaBeouf falling out and then, Harry Styles coming in as well.
Was this the movie that she got the weird child custody thing on stage for? Was this the movie that she was like showing around? Was that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, because there was like, and I'm pretty sure, her ex-husband was like very apologetic about it, but like, yes, she got like served papers while she was like on stage, and I thought it was for this movie too.
Oh man, I don't know about
some
that.
weird stuff. Yeah, but hey, it looks great. I'm really excited for it. I'm down. A great cast. There's a lot of talent in this movie.
Well, we both like Florence Pugh very much.
Yes.
So always down for a movie with her in it.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Nice. But yeah, end of the month.
Nice. Well, and kind of keeping with that, I think, we should. Well, again, just heads up, you guys have, I guess, the same amount of time because despite us delaying the episode, the movie doesn't come out until later in the month anyway. But If you'd like to get featured on our show outside of Trial by Contacts, another way to get featured on the show would be to either write us via Twitter, Instagram, and our DMs, a 30-second write us a review. You can also email us an audio review if you want to really spice things up, get your voice featured on the show. We do ask that they kind of remain in the 30-second window. But if you'd like to email us at filmasweknowitpod@gmail.com with your review, we will gladly feature people on the show. We did it last time with Twitter. But yeah, if you want to email us an audio review, we'll happily air it on the show as long as it's appropriate and not too long. Not looking for an essay. No 5 minutes. Or I'll cut it down to, it was great. Cool. Thanks, so-and-so from Ohio. I wrote 5 minutes. And they only aired 5 seconds. Well, because 5 minutes is too long. We're the ones that banter here. We're the ones that go off book. With that, let's get back on topic.
There you go.
I think it's time to jump to that top 8 list that I won the first selection of.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? What's our theme for this month for our top 8 list?
Movies directed by females.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
and you
do
have
you
first
want to
pick,
be
sir.
I was going to
You
say, I was so
first
nice.
pick. Yeah,
Oh
you're
my
about
God.
to give me first. You won.
I almost gave you first just being such a nice guy. I'm like, do you want to go first?
Well, you're laying that on thick, aren't you?
Yeah, it's my turn. What am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy man over here.
Yeah, man.
Let us see. If I had, okay, so see, we've run into issues with this in the past, and because we did record this somewhat a little bit, and you had some questionable reasons for not liking my selections, and I thought they were good.
I do not recall, actually. Jeez.
I recall. You were
I
so
bet
mean
you
to
do.
me. You yelled at me. It was vicious. Vicious, I tell you. All right, well, there's 2 movies by the same director.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose, oh man, I don't know. Hold on.
You sure you want the first pick? Man, you're struggling here.
No, okay, I figured it out, and it's a good one. It is a
And by the way, remember everybody, when we're drafting off our own personal favorites. Okay.
Yeah, they're not necessarily the best movies out there directed by female directors. To me, they are, because I love these movies.
Right.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is a good one.
Okay, let's go.
Point Break by Catherine Bigelow. Directed by Catherine Bigelow.
Wow.
That's a good one.
I'm a little, that it's a first pick seems insane to me, but I mean, yeah.
Get out of here. I don't think it's going to be on your list, though.
We've all, shot into the air and screamed, ah. But, I'm just saying, it's just first pick first.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Fair
Good
enough.
God, you sound like those MLB analysts on their podcast. I don't believe that they chose this guy. So many options.
It's a great, dumb action film. Oh, come on.
How dare you?
Yeah, you don't have to think too much in that movie, and it's so fun. It's a fun movie. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying first pick is strong. Okay, my first pick, again, personal favorites. I'm going to go Clueless.
Okay, well, that's vastly in a different direction, but okay.
Whatever. It doesn't have to be
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a variety. That's a good variety.
It's a great movie.
Great variety so far.
Great movie.
It is. All right. Speeding things up this time. I'm ready. I'm locked in.
Okay.
American Psycho.
Okay.
Directed by Mary Herron.
It's a big movie for a lot of people. It was never my personal favorite, but I do like it. But yes, good one.
I got to write these down. I just realized I didn't. All right.
I'm going to do this one because I left it off a previous list I shouldn't have. A League of Their Own.
That's a good one. I have yet to watch the series. It's airing now.
I know. I got to check it out.
Okay. My turn. Oh, man, this is tough.
Wow.
I have a lot on my list, okay? I'm just trying to figure out which ones I want to choose.
There's a lot more than you would think, but yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting one.
Uh-oh.
And I don't want to get too into the weeds here. Okay. But technically...
Okay. No, don't. That's going to be a weird argument. You're going to get into whole other arguments you don't want to get involved in.
Come on.
No, I'm not even saying with me. I'm just saying with like communities in general. Like people, this is going to be like a hot social button issue.
You know what?
Episode.
You know what?
I didn't even mention it. Don't even do it.
I feel like we owe it to the listeners now because
you could say
we've
what
gone
it is,
too far into this.
I don't want to say what my personal opinions are on this topic, but I feel like you're going to go down. But I'm just saying.
Well, now I'm feeling like we have to cut this because you're getting way too into the weeds, and I don't know if in the potentially right direction there.
I'm not trying to. I just know people, and I know that topic can get ugly. Just saying.
You're making me want to do it more. Just
oh boy. I mean, if you want to say it, go for it. I'm just saying. It's just gets ugly.
All right. The Babadook.
Oh, you son of a gun.
Yeah, how about that? Directed by Jennifer Kent.
Yeah, that movie's great. And it was on my list. And that's frustrating. Okay.
Oh, is that frustrating for you?
It's a little frustrating.
I had mine on my list, and you were all like, "Nah, I'm just scared to go there." Boo boo.
I'm just scared because I know how ugly people can be.
I don't care. I don't care about people.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna go with Big.
Big.
Tom Hanks, amazing movie. Going same director again, but it's great movies. Penny Marshall rules.
There you go. You know what?
We both have. Wait, I have. Because we don't want to accidentally not draft the right amount. How many do I got right now?
All right, I just said, Babadook.
Right.
You just said Big.
Yeah, I have Big, A League of Their Own, and
you
Clueless.
got one more. I got
one more. Okay, we both got one more. Okay.
And I'm gonna say The Matrix.
You did it. Okay.
I did it. I don't care what, dude. I mean, the only argument is I would say that technically, and I could see where you're going with this. It was later down the road that they're now female directors. So
I'm not
that
even
doesn't necessarily change, the fact that
there's so many different ways that people will debate in stupid ways.
All right, well then if that's the case,
I'm not even going to go there. I'm just not going to say anything.
That's going to be an honorable mention. Then how about that?
Okay, fair enough.
Which I think is kind of bullshit, but whatever.
By the way, I agree with you. I just like people can be gross.
Sorry, I keep doing weird shit with my eyes. And my contact is not agreeing with me today.
Sorry.
All right, we'll go in a completely different direction then. I'm going to go with Sleepless in Seattle. Another Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is doing great, but Nora Ephron, the director.
Yeah.
Sleepless in Seattle is my last pick.
My last pick, it might not be a personal favorite, but I feel like it has to be on the list type of deal. Like, how is it not included on the list, which is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Ooh, yeah.
It kind of started it all, so to speak, in a lot of different senses. So team, rom-com, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great movie. It's classic. It might not be one of my personal favorites. I might revisit and rewatch a lot of time. I have a coworker that is obsessed with that movie and thinks Mr. Hand is the greatest character in cinema history. Talks a lot about the Platt Amendment, but whatever. It's still cool. So yeah, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Now, since I have an honorable mention, do you have an honorable mention you would like to throw into the mix?
If I'm going to look at more recent movies, I think two that you can throw out. Actually, I'm going to go with three honorable mentions right here. I'm sorry. Lady Bird, most recently, was really great. That's a more recent one. Wonder Woman, Patty Jenkins. Ooh, great movie. And then lastly, kind of underrated, not thought of, but Wayne's World.
Oh, that's not underrated. I just don't think that people think of female director.
Right, exactly.
Which is silly.
Sure.
Yeah, Wayne's World's great. That could have easily been on our list, I feel like. Honestly, any of those could have been on our list.
I have a much longer... I think one time we do one of these drafts, we actually should just invite a couple other people and just make it more difficult.
Okay.
You know what I mean? More challenging.
Well, in that case, maybe we do a top 10.
Maybe, and
or maybe 12. However that divides out.
The Ringer Network's done this a couple times where they'll even post, okay, whose draft did you like the best? Like who had the most solid draft type of deal.
Get a little poll action going.
Exactly.
That sounded a lot sleazier than I meant that to sound. I'm not talking about strip club. I know I've worked on a lot of movies with strippers, but that's not what I meant by that. Shout out to Hustlers and Zolt.
Hey.
Anyways, cool. All right, should we rank these bad boys?
Yeah, we got to rank them.
So to repeat the list, we've got Point Break, Clueless, American Psycho, League of Their Own, Babadook, Big, Sleepless in Seattle, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I'm having a moment here. I smell burnt toast.
That's not a good
bad
sign.
Joke. What's the 8th spot?
I think just
it's not Point Break. Don't even. I will fight you. I know.
Will you? So I don't know. I think I could definitely see Point Break. Sorry, being bottom of the list, just because like it is kind of just it is a silly dumb action movie it's fun. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, without Point Break,
classic.
Without Point Break, you don't get the Fast and the Furious movies.
I would also argue you don't get Animal Kingdom, which is another terrific TV show based off an Australian movie, I believe, which is very Point Breaky in the sense it's like a whole family of like surfers that also rob banks and do
really
activities.
Wow,
it's cool. It's a really good show.
I haven't seen
highly
it.
recommend.
And I know American Psycho is not a personal favorite of mine, but I know its importance to a lot of people. So I feel like as much as this offends me, I feel like American Psycho or Babadook would be towards the bottom. I think Babadook.
I will secede American Psycho to the bottom. Okay. But the thing is, it's a top 8. So no matter what, all of these are great movies.
For sure. But your ranking, I don't know. Again, this is also personal favorites. So for me, American Psycho's got to be at the bottom for personal favorite stuff.
Yeah, but I chose it, and I'm okay
You're
with
right.
it at the bottom.
Fair enough.
So do we just go ahead and put Babadook at 7?
Yeah, I guess. But just to say, it's like one of the best horror movies of the last couple of decades is Babadook.
I like Insidious, though.
Yeah.
Insidious was good. The Conjuring was good.
Conjuring's great, yeah.
I'm not saying the whole franchise as a whole was amazing, but the first one was good.
I like the second one, too.
We may also, to tease, have not a may. I mean, we just got to figure out a schedule, but we do have someone who was in The Conjuring 3. The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah, that one who was in there. So he'll be on the show. I just got to figure out his schedule, but old buddy of mine. All right, cool. So we've got 7. Number 6. What do we think goes in that 6th spot? I'm okay with it being really Point Break.
Okay, thank you, because it should be.
Oh, hi. Okay, hey, easy. I'm
sorry.
I agreed to it. You don't need to slap me while I'm doing it. All right.
It's a great movie, but come on. Okay.
Number 5.
Sleepless. Yeah, I think Sleepless would be there. Maybe some people will be upset with that one, but
I do remember some people like tweeting like, check out this podcast, and these guys absolutely butchering this top Brad Pitt list. I do remember that tweet.
Oh, really?
And it came into my mind as we're like literally ranking this. And I'm like,
I disagree, but our list was good.
Hey, you know what? That wasn't a bad thing because they still shared the podcast. So either way, it was a win for us.
Hey, and the moment in Was It Sleep So where they're talking about the Dirty Dozen, is still an all-timer scene. It's so good.
True.
Anyway,
number 4.
All right, so what's left is Fast Times,
Clueless, Fast Times, Big,
and
League of Their Own.
And a League of Their Own. Man.
Clueless.
Okay. I guess I can be okay with that.
Number 3.
I love Clueless. All right,
Big's a tough one.
I think Big's 1.
I think it got Tom Hanks' first Oscar nomination.
Yeah, I don't think there's a movie I've rewatched more than Big.
Yeah, all right.
To be honest.
Big is number 1. So now we need 3 and 2. We've got League of Their Own and Fast Times. I think Fast Times is 2.
Yeah, I think importance-wise, it makes sense, although I've definitely rewatched League of Their Own way more than Fast Times. Okay. Just putting that out there. I've way more rewatches of a League of Their Own.
We're going to personal favorites, so I'm going to respect that with our list.
Yeah.
So League is going to the second spot.
Okay.
All right. And then here, sorry, I'm writing, folks. If you see me on the video, you see me fervently looking at my computer.
Penny Marshall, man.
Get it in there. I know, killing it.
Queen.
All right. So our ranking officially, still haven't posted it on the website, but I will get to it, I promise. One day it'll look beautiful.
One day.
Posters will look awesome. But our ranking for the top 8 films directed by female directors is number 1, Big. Number 2, A League of Their Own. Number 3, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Number 4, Clueless. Number 5, Sleepless in Seattle. Number 6, Point Break. Number 7, Babadook or The Babadook. Number 8, American Psycho.
All right.
I think it's a good list.
It can't go wrong. You're going to have a good time no matter what if you watch any of these movies.
Yeah, if you have not seen any of these films or films on this list, I highly recommend you check them out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Man.
All right, well, I think it's time to end this show. Again, friendly reminder, next week is not going to be our review. It will be Tales from the Set. Should we mention what Tales from the Set is, since it is next week now?
I kind of wish I could do the voice from the original trailer, but I can't, and it makes me upset. But only if you could put it in later in post, Zach.
Super Mario Brothers. This ain't no game.
Okay, I'll put it in post. It'll be in there.
Yeah, because it's
as long as it's 30 seconds or
said.
less, we should be okay.
Okay, yeah. It's great the way he delivers that line. But
the famous 90s Super Mario live action movie.
Yeah, this is the first time that we're noticeably doing a bad movie for Tales from the Set.
I remember seeing it as a kid and being like, this is a bad movie.
Yeah.
And kids are usually pretty forgiving.
My birthday is on Memorial Day weekend, and it was my and since I've been a film nut for all my life, I'm inviting all my friends to a movie because there's always a big movie that comes out on Memorial Day weekend.
Supposed to be good, or are we being punished?
Yeah.
What's happening?
I think I was 7 years old when this came out, so it was like a big deal to me all and our friends. Like, oh my gosh, Mario Brothers movie, and we all walked out of the theater like, what did we just watch?
And we'll talk about your inability to say Mario Brothers correctly.
I know. I'm sorry. Well. I know. I say that wrong. I can't help myself.
It's all good. All right. Yeah. Well, so next week will be Tales from the Set featuring Super Mario Brothers live action movie and all the fun, juicy details that went on set on that one. Then we'll have an off week, and then we will have our in-depth review of Don't Worry, Darling.
Yes.
So that is a schedule this month.
And let me say the next episode is going to be fun because I think it's probably the fastest I've ever finished my research.
I remember you mentioned it, and then I think in the same day you're like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? He's like, it was that good.
Yeah, so let's wrap it up. That's this week's episode. Please show your support for the podcast by leaving a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or wherever you happen to listen to or watch the show. Also, sharing with your friends never hurts. Be sure to follow us on social media to get the latest show updates. You can find us by searching for the hashtag FilmAsWeKnowItPod. Lastly, thank you for watching and listening to another episode of the Film As We Know It podcast. Peace out, everybody.
Have a great week.